Hello, welcome to Search with Sean. And as you saw, this part of the Chat with Sean series. So you can go back and watch all my previous chats on a playlist. I'm sure will pop up somewhere. So first of all, as usual, we got admin stuff to get out of the way. And then we'll go on to our great guest. So first of all, obviously, we had Search with Sean Live, which I've been banging on about for a long time. But 2 days of full streaming. I sat here for 4 or 5 hours each day, and we had some great speakers on a whole range of topics, from log file analysis to image optimization and so on. And there's 22 videos. Obviously, you can watch the full day streaming, but also each individual video can now be watched back, and that would be on a playlist as well. And I'll add it in the description for you to go back and watch it. Also, I did a prediction-based video. So obviously, there's tons of predictions out there about what's going to happen in SEO in 2025. And so I just thought I'll compile it all, make a bit of a roundup video, talking through some industry sort of expert point of views that relate to the topics that I pick out. And yeah, I just thought it was quite interesting to round it all up. And then obviously I did last week SEO and AI news, the latest one. And the good thing I like about the way we do the news is just generally we don't always do the usual stuff like core update, which are obviously important, but we do odd kind of unique stories around SEO as well. And obviously we did things like the AI, OpenAI whistleblower, the story around that, the parallel universe stuff from Google, which was like really interesting. So we touched on some weird stuff that people don't usually cover. And then finally, we did Real Talk with Sean, which is a brand new show, and I had 4 amazing guests, and we were just covering some of the hot topics, and kind of just like it says Real Talk, and cutting the niceties and just get straight to the point. That's the point of the show. And we covered things like the current state of search and the SEO job market. They're the main 2 topics, and it was a really great discussion. So yeah, do check all them out, and they'll all be in the description. They'll be popping up or wherever, so you can just click on them and check them out. So yeah, finally, I'll get on to our great guest, and it is Gizem Bingöl. And yeah, I'm really excited about this one. Been trying to get her on for a long time, and we got it.
Yeah.
Some technical difficulties, but hopefully it'll be all good. But a quick introduction. So Gizem has 8 years of hands-on experience specializing in SEO, lead generation, SEM, SMM, and comprehensive 360-degree marketing strategies. She is the founder and principal of Consultant of Marketing Tips Digital, and recently spoke at Brighton SEO. So yeah, great to have you on. Great that we got things sorted, and I'm really looking forward to digging into some topics.
Sure. Thank you very much for inviting me. And actually, me and you know each other from the corporate company that we work both together. You were in SEO manager there, and I was executive, digital marketing executive. So we've done some couple of meetings before. Now it's really nice to see you in your channel, speaking about like Instagram SEO and dive into analytics and all. And yeah, I'm so excited.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy how the world works, that we're both here now. But yeah, I remember emailing you and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, because you were basically working and leading UK OTC companies. So I was trying to get know how you rank that much good in SEO. So how can I embed your strategy to my Turkish market? So that was interesting, and thank you very much for your efforts and that and for this session that we built together.
Yeah, and look, you're smashing it, so that's great. But yeah, let's get on to some topics. So obviously your talk in Brighton SEO was incredible. I've watched it back and stuff, so I weren't actually there, but I watched it back, and so obviously let's get into topic. So what is social SEO? Obviously a lot of people talk about, and how does it differ from traditional SEO?
Actually, I believe that wherever we see the keyword, we can optimize. So we can optimize like keywords in traditional SEO. Also, we can use the keywords in social networks. But there are some key differences when it comes to the aspects like platform focus, content types, and ranking factors. For example, for social SEO, not for only Instagram SEO, but TikTok, YouTube, platforms are changing. Like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube has its own algorithm. But when we look at the traditional SEO, we use Google, Bing, or Yahoo. And the main focus for social SEO is engagement driven and the search intent and also the user pattern to, create your for your page, discovery page, and etc. But for the traditional SEO, it's backlinks, it's content quality, and maybe it's now with help of AI. It's going to be different in the future. We will be talking about it. And the content type, and in social SEO, short form posts, stories, and videos working. But for the traditional SEO, it's more long term blogs and websites. And the ranking factors are different. And when we look at the social SEO, it shares likes, hashtags, and maybe watch time. For traditional SEO, it's keywords, site speed, and link profile, like quality content, and etc. So, I mean, wherever we have user, wherever we have the keyword, we can optimize it accordingly to find our target audience. For the last couple of years, social platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and the YouTube has been a search engine like Google. So that's why we need to invest in social platforms as we invest in traditional SEO on Google and another search engines. And we have some data like Gen Z is searching in social platforms more than Google when they look for products or services. And I had read the article says that like 80% of Gen Z is deciding on buying product or services based on TikTok research because TikTok research and content is kind of article, kind of Wikipedia for them. So yeah, that's why I believe that it is very important, very crucial to invest in social SEO by today because like wherever we have the user experience, user generated content, we will be more making decision before we buy something or convince ourselves to get involved.
Yeah, no, good point. I think what's really interesting is we Google, we're so invested in all these algorithm updates. We get, really deep dig into them and what they mean. And we're really, as SEOs, we get really obsessed with how Google works and how the mechanisms, how they think, how they get with the social. Like it seems that there's experts in social SEO that really kind of do concentrate on that. But generally as SEOs, I don't feel like we fully understand the algorithms of, say, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is, Snapchat, whatever. We don't really understand how their algorithms work generally in the world. But from your point of view, how do they differ and how often do they seem to update in terms of, as we know, like, Google has all these algorithm updates. Do social networks also do this kind of thing? I'm throwing you a bit in it because we didn't play, but I'm just really interested because I don't keep up to date with it as much as I could, really.
Yeah, when I speak about like algorithms and social platforms, like there are no such like Google algorithm updates, but I think that all the algorithms in search of social platforms works based on user interaction and intent. So wherever we see the user behavior, user interaction with the post, I think the decision makers and social platforms changing the features. And when they change their features, they want you to use their features. For example, 2 years ago, Reels were not really important for us, but now Reels, like short form content and vertical content, is part of our life. And 2 years ago, again, the carousels were not very crucial for the algorithm, but now carousels are more important. So they publish frequently what they've done when it comes to the features. Then you try to understand how to play the game. I believe that if you are working in a social media marketing world, you gotta be the part of the game to understand what's happening, because it is not like looking everything from the other side and decide what's working and what's not. That's why I create my own social media platform like in Instagram to understand what users do, and also what features are getting more engagement, and what the factors Instagram prioritized period by period. It is not obvious like we have in Google algorithm updates, but we can understand by trying. So if there is someone who wants to be a content creator or promote their business on social media platforms, I definitely suggest them to create their account and try what's working and what's not from today.
Yeah, no, that's a valid point. I think, yeah, same with like, I've done with YouTube. Like, there's no better way than actually getting involved and trying to test out. I've learned so much just posting my own videos, stuff, and it's been interesting on YouTube actually recently that I've seen. It used to just be the channels that I subscribed to the most that would come up in my main feed, and now it seems to be a whole bunch of like random ones that just seem to be getting only a couple of views and stuff. I don't know if that's been a change, but I'm digressing. But I've just found that quite interesting. It looks like they're trying to get more, share the spread of kind of visibility for smaller publishers as well. So interesting in terms of obviously this part. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, and also I would like to add that like the decision makers on social platforms want you to spend much more time in the platform to understand what is working and what's not. That's why they do not just share the open source for you. So I think you are doing good on YouTube, so you can understand better from who doesn't have any in YouTube to expertise what is working and what is not.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, just based on your presentation, there was like a 5 key step to mastering Instagram SEO. If you could just talk through the kind of basics of that'd be awesome, because I think you did like a whole it was a Wizard of Oz sort of theme, wasn't it? And yeah.
No, that was a metaphor for my presentation, but now maybe I can give some like a short format of the tips. We can do the Instagram SEO in a basic schedule. So I think it all starts with setting your goal, making your research, and understand the algorithm. And as I said, like algorithm based on the engagement and the user behavior on social platforms. So firstly, the people should choose their niche. Without choosing their niche, it is not very easy to rank on algorithms and social media, because how we optimize our content for being SEO friendly in Google, it is same in the social platform. So make your research and find your niche, understand the algorithm, and do your keyword research as you do in traditional SEO. I use Ahrefs, SEMrush, and keyword planner from the Google to find out the keywords. And also when I decide on to create content for my own channel, for example, I use Google Trends, because I can understand what people searching for the period of the time that I'm searching for. And also the TikTok, and from TikTok, people can catch the trends very easily, and they can embed the strategy in the Instagram, so they can catch the trends more earlier than Instagram. And while we have the bench of keywords that we will be optimizing for our channel, let's give you example from my channel, marketing tips for everyone. Obviously, I share marketing tips for my target audience. So that's why I choose the keywords for marketing for my username. It is important to use your main keyword for your username, if possible, for your name as well. And the name session in Instagram, you should use your own name and also your niche. For example, if you're given digital marketing consultancy, it's going to be Gizem Bingöl slash and digital marketing consultancy, or Gizem Bingöl slash marketing tips, etc. So these two places are very important for you to be discoverable and searchable and findable for your target audience to put your keywords. And the profile optimization comes second. You put your keywords on username, name session, bio, and category. And your bio should answer some of the questions that people may be clear about yourself. Who are you? And which services you help people, and how they can reach you. And that's why you gotta use some kind of links there, but not more than two, like preferably one. For example, I use Linktree to serve some like a multiple links for my target audience, and they can find me. They can just go to click my LinkedIn profile. They can find my services, and etc. And when we have the bio optimization, name and links and all, the third one is crafting to SEO-friendly content. And SEO-friendly content creates also the bench of the thing that starts with keyword again. And you have the video content. Maybe you're speaking on this video content. That's why you gotta use the alt text to track the algorithm with the keyword. And this keyword will be direct from Instagram's SEO algorithm, let's say. And also the captions. Your caption should have your keywords, which is important for your business or services. And also the hashtags. The hashtags are not important as like 2 or 3 years ago, let's say, because now algorithms are more smarter that they can detect the keywords easily from the captions, alt tags, and also from your bio and etc. But still, it's good for categorize your content. And also, Instagram has its own hashtag feature still. So people may follow some hashtags. For example, if they work in marketing, they will follow the marketing keywords. And whenever you share the content, your content will be categorized for them. Yeah, there are a couple of things, and also alt text. People do not use this feature, but this is kind of image alt text in traditional SEO. For example, you use carousel content for your piece of content, and there are 5 posts, and 5 posts tells different 5 stories. If you can just go down in advanced settings and find out what is your alt text, and just 2 or 3 sentences you can write down, and that will be ranking better than your competitors for sure. So it is not place for the keyword stuff, because Instagram may detect you spammy if you do that. But it is always better to use the image alt text session as well. And geotag is important to give a signal to algorithm. For example, you may be in Turkey, but your services may be your service or products may be sell in the UK. So you should use the UK geotag for your content to be visible for UK audience. So think like that. What else? Yeah, if you use the descriptive captions for your content, it's gonna be SEO friendly in any way, just as traditional SEO. And the fourth one would be building your engaged audience. That means that you share your content. Your content is SEO friendly. Now it's time to interact with the people who are similar to you, because in this way you are giving signals to your algorithm, also the platform, that you are creating relatable content and you have community. And such as creating backlinks and traditional SEO, you can collaborate with other creators that you can give the signals of credibility to Instagram or TikTok algorithm. So it's always better to use the collaboration tags, and also people tags. Because you're given algorithm the signal that you are not alone, you are supported by other creators like you as well. And also, if you respond to comments, if you respond to DMs quickly, the algorithm factors also like thinks that you're your content is more SEO friendly and also reaching your target audience very quickly, like site speed, let's say, as being speedy in your comments for your community is important as well. And also, if you follow your competitors, if you follow the best creators in your niche, you are be the suggested content for the following one. For example, if your competitor content gets viral in somehow, if you follow your competitor, if you comment or like their content, because you have the same niche together and same kind of profile, SEO friendly, the same bunch of keywords all together, your content will be recommended one for your competitors' followers as well. So this is also pro tip and the trick for the content creators to follow their competitors to get inspired, not to copy. But this is a good advice, I think. And the last one, of course, the measure and also set the strategy, not monthly, not very long period of time like traditional SEO, because in social media, trends change every day. So please check your analytics, what's going on, which content works better, and people boost content to get engagement and the follower on meta ads mostly. But I suggest to see the content at least 3 days originally to get the organic following and interactions and engagement first. And after that, they can boost the content. So I think we covered 5 steps of Instagram SEO. It is easy as it is in traditional SEO, but there are some like a small tricks to embed your keywords and also to follow the strategy.
Yeah, that's great. And I didn't know about that, replying to the comments stuff, but it makes sense. And also what I found interesting when I look into my own data, really interested to see where people are being, what videos they've come from to find your video. They give you that kind of data. It really gives you an insight into who your users are, who your audience is, and yeah, that's really, and also, collaborating, like you say, liking or following your competitors, interacting with them, because also you can open up collaboration opportunities as well. So, and in terms of, I'm not sure we're going to touch on it. Well, we might do actually now. So I might as well roll this into the same question. But just more about how the Instagram algorithm works. I know you kind of touched upon it if you got any further information, but also like in terms of like how frequently you need to post to kind of really make an impact. Because I think that's the thing that especially large businesses find, because it's like the process to get even just a post through, like one post. They can't post at the frequency that maybe individual creators can, and that kind of thing.
Now there is a trend on the rise. If you share content every day in 1 year, you don't have to work for the following year because you're gonna be the content creator and you're gonna start making money. That was working maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I believe. But now it is more important to create storyteller, simple, and also strategic content, like quality content that get attention of the people. And that's why I will not say that like share content every day, maybe 3 or 2 contents to reach more people. Yeah, you can get or reach more people by sharing content. That's true. But I believe that if people trying to create content every day, maybe 2 or 3 in a day, they got burnout. And then they just do not share anything for 1 week because they do not have any idea. Their strategy not set on very realistic results, and then they start again. And they just harm their algorithm in that way. I believe that if you share at least 1 or 2 stories in a day, or let's say in the morning, in the evening, to get active for your followers. And also, if you just share minimum 3, maximum 4 to 5 contents in a week on your social media, but very niche related, and also with the strategy behind, you can be the content creator in a short period of time, let's say like a 6 months. Because, and let's imagine that person, because I believe in social media, there is no B2B, there is no B2C, there is only human to human communication. You don't like people speaking about skincare today and tomorrow about cars, because you get confused, like what the person talking about. I love this person for speaking about skincare, but I don't care about the car, so you unfollow them. So this is kind of human team communication on social media. And if you have the strategy, if you try to be active, and I think you will play the game in a way that the algorithm wants. And I still believe that quality bigger than quantity in this day. But for the last 1 year, a short form of content is getting higher ranking in social media, because the watch time is also getting the loop, and people watch the same 3 seconds video and they get more views. But there is no point if you do not have an engagement. And with the AI, with the all creators coming into game, I think it's day by day, it's gonna be growing. If it's X today, it's gonna be 10x for the following year, and we will see more content creators. The storytelling will be the most important thing for content creators for the future, and the long form content. So people may try to speak on the camera and practice their pronunciation, practice their knowledge in front of the camera, because I think people will no longer watch any video, will not serve to them, any maybe unrelated hooks used for like a first 3 seconds beginning of the video. The hooks will be still important, the audio hooks and also visual hooks, but people will be looking for the more human touch and non AI generated videos for the future, for the algorithm, I believe.
Yeah, I agree. It's also pretty amazing that because we all think short form, and it is, I'm seeing myself, short form is very dominant in terms of figures, but when there's still long form content like Joe Rogan that's still getting 25 million, 50 million views a video, and it goes on for 4 hours. So there's still space for it. But what I think as well is I like with the burnout, I watch a few people on YouTube who do daily videos, and they tend to then get fatigue and burnout, and they start running out of ideas, or just you can just see energy just zap, so it doesn't really help. And what I do in some cases is create long form or this kind of conversation, and then I'll break it down into shorts, and so I have a bank of content, so I've got a whole bank of content to rely on. So if I'm having a slow news day, or I just haven't got time to get around to creating content, I can go back to my content bank and just kind of, throw it out there. And if it's still relevant, and I think people find it interesting still. So, yeah, it can work. So if you work in a big organization, those things take so long to get through the pipeline, then you could perhaps have some sort of bank that you can rely on, that if it's still relevant, post it out, maybe. I don't know. So in terms of you kind of touch upon it a bit in what you just said, but common myths about Instagram SEO. Is there any sort of things that you hear all the time that you're like, that isn't true from my experiences? Is there anything like that?
Let me remember. I think we talked about, but people may think that hashtags are that, and some of the videos created because they want to get attention, like hashtags are that. Now SEO is the most important thing on social media. SEO was always in social media, and every platform that we use the keywords. It's not a new thing, I like to say, and people can still use hashtags. I may give the advice to use like a 3 hashtags for their niche, 3 hashtags for their category, and 3 hashtags for, make them special for their target audience to be searchable. So not more than 9, they can still use. And people may think that the second one, only influencers get more views, or they can use the real section more frequently. But now Instagram algorithm gives favor to small creators to create content, and uh, they are prioritizing small creators content in the feed more than big influencers. So if there are someone who is watching us right now thinking about being a content creator on Instagram or TikTok, they can be courageous about that and they can create content today. And also, people may think that there are actual times for posting on social media. I do not believe that. If you have very good content, very engaged and quality, doesn't matter if you post in the morning or evening. It is best to look for the analytics. And the YouTube, you can see the analytics, and same as in for the Instagram, and you can see in what period of time your users are most active. Then you can share your content accordingly. But for example, in Turkey, there is a belief that the content will get viral at 9 p.m., but I think it's not true. So this is a kind of myth, I think. Maybe the myth would be the social platforms for younger generation, but I do not believe them. Our fathers, mothers, even the grandfathers, grandparents watching social media platforms more than us right now. So maybe that will be encourage people more than 40 years old to create content, and there is no such restrictions that people like or younger generation use the social media. For TikTok, okay, we would say that younger generation are using TikTok more, but for YouTube, for Instagram, and for Facebook especially, we also have people for more than 40 years old. And it is almost like 40% of people are more than 40 years old. So yeah, these are the myths that comes to my mind right now.
No, that's really great.
Yeah.
So when you talk about
Yeah.
hashtags, you know, because we hear this in SEO all the time, traditional SEO where, oh, this isn't important anymore. You shouldn't be bothering about H2s and H3s, or don't even bother about meta titles anymore, just or whatever. We hear it all the time that it's not important. But the
Yeah.
more information you can give, the more chance you got of being, helping the algorithms, helping the search engines, whatever, understand what you are, who you are, and what their
Totally.
content. So it's nonsense as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, it might take up more time, and maybe it has been demoted in how important it is, but it's still information that you're giving to these search engines, and for me, I can't see how that is a waste of time. So yeah, in terms of, obviously you talked about it a bit and you're doing a good job of covering everything, but how could
Thank you.
small content creators compete with larger content creators? And I guess obviously this goes down to an individual level, but also on a business to business level. If you're competing with a Gymshark, Apple, or something.
Yeah. Now they have a higher chance to get higher in ranking in social media platforms, as I said, if they do their job with the niche down. So it's important to follow niche at least like 6 months to 1 year to get their follower and build their community. And community building will be the main thing in social media for this year and the following years, because people are lack of human touch in our social life is the same. That's why we do involve in meetups, kind of, like a Brighton SEO and some social clubs in London, in Turkey, there are a lot. And for the social media, it's going to be the same. So other than just focus on the reach, views, and follower count, people, like small creators, if they can just focus on the community building as you do right now, I think they will win in the long period of time. This is the first and most important thing that I can tell. And then with the help of AI, we will be creating content more easily than ever. There are some AI tools that we can just upload our video. Even the AI tool can tell you which part of video go viral in social media. So if they can prioritize the tools, AI tools for their video editing or photo editing skills, I think that will be beneficial for small content creators to get more, attention from their target audience, and also trend adaptation. If they follow the local trends easily.
Maybe I can summarize with the list down. How can like small content creators compete with the larger creators? So the first thing is the small creators have more chance to get higher in search results like right now, because algorithm prioritize their content more than ever right now. So this is the chance. And if they follow their niche at least for 1 year and build their community around it, I think they will win the game for a long period of time. So if you build your community as you do with your YouTube channel, you just speak with the marketers and speakers, you build your community, this is a good thing. And people will win the game in the long period of time, I believe. And with the creators' numbers increasing, it will be important to create more creative content more than ever. So they can use the AI tools to create their content. And also, if you use the hooks, if you know how to use the hooks visual and also the audio hooks, and you can just make your videos more creative. So it has to be creativity in your videos and also trend adaptation. And the trend adaptation will start with the local trends, and then maybe the creators will follow the global trends for your accounts to get attention of their target audience. For example, if it's Eurovision time, they can create content about the Eurovision. If they give the skincare product review, and they can follow the new product launch and etc. So trend adaptation using AI tools and collaboration with micro influencers like themselves will help them to have credibility and growth in long period of time.
Yeah, love Eurovision. And just from my point of view, I think like the good thing is being a smaller creator is that you can jump on things a lot quicker than big businesses can, or even bigger creators, because there's more of a process, there's more red tape, there's more stuff that needs to go on. You can just jump on and talk about it, and also, you can talk about probably topics that bigger businesses, bigger creators can't talk about, because they're, like I say, there's red tape, there's things they can't say, they've got sponsors and things like that. If you're just a smaller creator, you haven't got any of those barriers. So you can just go and, that's why I talk about weird things in the news, because other people don't want to talk about it as much. But I don't care about whistleblowers and stuff. So I'm just going to go and do it. But it definitely, just use that for your advantage, I would say. So we get on to like the last few questions. How do you decide if social is for you and which channels? Because obviously I think sometimes companies think they need to be on everything and they can't keep up to date with it. They struggle putting the right content on the right channels, things like that. So it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts.
Mm-hmm. It depends on what kind of business, what kind of thing that you're gonna promote on social media platforms. So it all starts with researching your audience, where your audience are spending most of the time. If you build business for lifestyle, of course you gotta use Instagram or YouTube. Or if you're given consultancy, still it is good to promote educational content on Instagram and especially in YouTube. But if you given some tips about the trends, some tips about the product review and etc., now TikTok is the platform for the people who are doing that. But if you care for the professional content and also B2B networking, it's going to be the LinkedIn. If you just publish articles in the period of time, and the LinkedIn will be good for you to grow your network in professional way. So the first thing I would say, please research your audience. You can just use the some tools for like Google Trends, Hotsuite to find out where are they spending most of the time. Or I actually support that 360 digital marketing strategy works well every time. But I also support that not every platform is suitable for every business. If you do the B2B business, if you do not sell products or services to B2C, what you're going to do in TikTok. And you can just have existence in these platforms, like maybe some account. But if you are not active in these platforms, there is no point to invest on that. So focusing on what is working as platform for you is going to be better. For example, if it's going to be brand awareness, TikTok and Instagram Reels boosting via meta ads, that kind of piece of content will be crucial for the brands. But for the authority building, investing on LinkedIn and also the Google SEO and the Google Ads will be more crucial for that kind of business. And people may also consider the budget. If they want to invest on content creation, they can create content on social media platforms. But if they do not have the skills or maybe sources for creating content, they can just choose which platform for better for them. Because if you want to use your product or services on YouTube, but if you not okay with creating content with a camera or with your phone more than 5 minutes, it is not right platform for you. So it's also about what you want to know in this life.
Yeah, for sure. And also, if you want to find out about your audience, SEMrush have a really good sort of audience tool.
Yeah.
You got GA4, and like I say, ask the pay team. The pay team, if you have a pay team, the pay team will have a lot of kind of analysis on your user base. So use these different areas to find out more about the user. Yeah, for sure. And in terms of like, if you're starting a career in digital marketing right now, what should you be focusing on? We hear things like, obviously learning about AI and prompting and stuff, but also a lot of people like Ray Sadiq and, that are saying, obviously, social learning about widening your, your understanding of how the socials work, as you say. So, yeah, what should they be focusing on?
Yeah. Oh my God. When you ask this question, I feel a bit old. It's been 10 years. I'm in digital marketing world. I started as social media specialist back then, 2015, in a hospitality sector. And that time, I didn't have that much resources to learn digital marketing. And that was like a Google Digital Garage and Meta Blueprint. But still, I think these are the best sources to learn something and get your certification. So if I start today, I would try to know everything from very zero. And with the help of AI, now we can, reach the resources very easily. So I would like to learn very like AI tools like ChatGPT or Jasper for ad copies to create creative, compelling ad copies and also campaigns. But I think the starting all of that, I would still go for the Google Digital Garage to get my lessons. For example, the fundamentals of digital marketing, fundamentals of SEO, and the fundamentals of Google Ads. Then I would decide which direction I would go, because in this market, people believe that like a digital marketing specialist or like a manager would do everything at once, but it is not like that. For example, you specialize in SEO and you do great work in SEO world. And that's why I suggest people to find their way by their own, by trying to know everything. Because if you do not try, you don't know. It may be you're a creative person and you know how to analyze data, you will be more successful on social media side, social media marketing, because it is also the part of the digital marketing world. And if you are ambitious about the SEO and organic growth and etc., maybe SEO is best for you. So you gotta know your soft or hard skills when it comes to get your direction. But I would definitely suggest people to know how to analyze data, because digital marketing is all about analyzing data and set the strategy. Without reading GA4, without reading insights on social media platforms, you can get lost. And ChatGPT will help you in somehow by creating content, but they cannot help you by creating human touched or lesson learned strategies that you use for many years. So yeah, I would suggest you learn the analytical and the main tools that every digital marketer would love to know, and also the video skills. And creating content will be the key. Content is always key in every platform, as we say in SEO world. And if they can improve their skills and the video editing side, because the video content will be the king of the following years, I think they will be step up. And then the networking, and I have a good networking LinkedIn from starting like 2015, and I get very advantage of this network when I look for the job, when I want to publish my content, my article, when I need any reference and I need any strategy from different aspects and different professionals. I think people should invest in the community, like professional networks as LinkedIn. So if there are some people in fresh graduate today and want to invest on digital marketing career, they need to have a good and engaged LinkedIn profile, I believe.
Yeah, 100%. And I think on what you were saying about, it was brought up in the Real Talk discussion we had the other day, was data analytics is so important. You know, nearly every job within digital marketing has a form of that analysis work that needs to be done. So the more comfortable you are with that. And the great thing about AI and what it has brought in is things like Notebook LM, obviously ChatGPT, whatever you use. What it's really good at is, you know, the education side of it. You can chuck in documents, you know, large, perhaps boring documents, and they could bring it to life and make it a lot easier to, you know, read and to, or listen to, or whatever. And also for the analytical point of view, you know, if you're not that great with numbers, it can help a lot in terms of digesting the numbers, putting them together, making some sense of it, analyzing it for you to a degree, and creating visualizations and stuff. So, you know, use all these things, you know, learn how to use ChatGPT and use how to build the models on ChatGPT, and yeah, learning to work with data, and like you say, video and stuff like that. You know, I'm still learning to edit videos, as people have probably seen, but it's really interesting actually. And you know, so maybe start your own project. You know, if you're interested in a certain topic, just start something up. You know, you haven't got to, you might not just go mainstream and, like, you know, but it could be interesting, and just, it's a learning process. You know, build a website, build a YouTube channel, whatever. That's, I think, a really good way to start.
Yeah.
And yeah, because that's the way you learn more, you know, is by making and breaking, you know, learning from your mistakes and that kind of thing.
Yeah, and there is no such like investment, and you don't have to spend like a much of money to get involved in this game. If it's failed, you can start again. If it's failed, you can learn some lessons and you can get stronger.
Yeah, for sure. So I always keep narrowing down this time frame, because things are just so crazy in marketing and the world generally right now. So where do you see digital marketing and social media, I guess, to focus in more in 2 years? Well, I could probably say a year and it'll still be completely different, but let's say 2 years. Where do you see things going?
Yeah, I think I said a couple of times, but AI personalization, but with more human touch. So maybe we can call it hyper-personalization in email marketing, in social media communication, will be very important part of our strategy when it comes to the e-com campaigns, when it comes to the social media marketing, and also like a SEO and every platform that we create content on. Also, I said the importance of the video content, and I think it will be growing, but with the help of AR and VR, and the some brands like IKEA try to use it and promote it. And also computer generated marketing campaigns will be part of our life. And now we have some good examples from all around the world. They start to use it. And for the digital marketing world, and the privacy will be, I think, the main issue. And to prevent some privacy thing, I think the brands and the companies should take some steps, because now we use the ChatGPT, we use another AI tools. Maybe we don't not know the privacy side of them. We give all the information, but I predict that like there may be a little problem for our future strategies. So people may think of some privacy rules and some tracking things for their own platforms. Maybe there will be many AI tools that every company has their own AI kind of thing. So they will be working on that, and they will be educating their own AI bots to touch their customers more frequently. Because I also give importance to the CRM systems and digital marketing world. If the company, if the service or product has good CRM systems behind, and they can touch the person that they are selling, they want to touch more frequently. And we didn't talk about it very much, but email marketing, the newsletter still has the highest conversion rate in digital marketing world. And if people will prioritize the email marketing with more personalized communication, I think that will be beneficial for the digital marketing strategies for like 2 or 3 years ahead. And I think, if people or user follows the algorithms, adapt to the trends, know the AI, how to use the AI in a good way, and also the improve their skills and create the content, and also look for the AI and VR communication. And that will be the key factors for the digital marketing world.
I haven't got much to add there. That's pretty comprehensive. I agree with a lot of it. I think, I think that's spot on, and a lot of it echoed what we've discussed previously on the channel. So yeah, really interesting. And obviously, all the links to your website and social media I'll put in the description. So if people want to follow you, then do go and head to the description, and you can see all those links on Instagram, LinkedIn, and so on and so forth. So yeah, just generally, I guess last up, have you got anything coming up? Are you doing any talks? Are you developing any new services? What's going on?
Now I'm giving providing digital marketing consultancy for entrepreneurs, brands, small business owners. And also I started to provide consultancy for digital marketing career mentorship. And I had some students from all around the globe, and I'm just giving them some suggestions based on their interest, based on their career path that they are thinking of, or based on their education. And I want to improve this part and build my own community. And also in my website, they can see that I have MT Academy, like Marketing Tips Academy. And here I give also free education for who are not okay to pay for the education in other platforms. They are all free. And every month I choose like 5 to 10 students to give free digital marketing courses. So it helps them to understand the digital marketing world, to decide whether they can be the digital marketer in the future or not, or which skills they want to improve to get involved in this digital marketing world. So I think there will be some innovative projects in the future, but for now, the digital marketing consultancy, the SEO, social media sites, and also for the career advice. And also I share the marketing tips on my social media when I have a time in my Instagram account. If they would like to follow, I would be more than happy.
Well, you sound busy enough, though. Yeah, that sounds really good. But yeah, lastly, I just thank you for coming on, and we've got some technical issues, but I think we've done all right. And I really, really appreciate you taking the time to join me today.
Thank you very much for inviting me. I hope this session will be beneficial for digital marketing world.
Thank you.